Hello learners. In this video, we are going to learn about new concept in Python called as list comprehensions. Okay. So we understand this particular topic of list comprehension with the help of one example. Right. Suppose in this case, we have one loop. Say I have to find a square of a numbers from starting from say 0 to let's say 9. Okay, so 0 to 9. So for that particular reason, so I created one for loop. Okay, so for number in range 10, and we are going to square the numbers. How to square the numbers? In number star number. You have to multiply the same number 2 times, you'll get the square. Right. So I'll multiply the same number 2 times and store in a particular list, say square list. Right. So now this is the one step where you can find the square of a given or number in a given range. Right. So when I run the program, when I run this particular program, so I'll get the answer as 0, 1, 4, 9, 16 up to 81. That means, so from the number 0 to 9, we'll get a square of each numbers. So when I see this particular code, so we have we have created one list, and also we used a loop to iterate over the number, or I can say numbers, right? So generated numbers, and we are going to do some operation here, right? So in the same code can be rewritten in a single line of code with the help of list comprehensions, right? So list comprehension always you can write. It's similar to you already use lambda expressions, or I can say advanced function tools, right? It's similar to that. Okay, so we can create, or I can say you can do any task, and you can directly convert it into a particular list. So for that, to write a list comprehensions, so we are using this particular format, right? This particular format. That means new list is equal to, so we have to use this list, or in Python we are denoting a list with the help of square brackets, right? List. So in this case, first you have to write the expressions. Okay. Then we have the iteration, right? For loop, say for a member in iterables, right? So if you write like this, now this is the general syntax for generating any number, or I can say do some operations. So our operation always present in this particular expression, okay, in this position, and for member in iterables, right? So we can rewrite the same code with the help of this particular notations. I'll say squares is equal to number star number. See, number star number is the one actually what we want to calculate, right? Square, right? Number star number for number in range 10. Now this will directly create a list, okay? So based on your values, right? For every element in a range 0 to 10, it will calculate the number, like square of the number, and store in a list, right? So when I run the code, so I'll get the same answer, right? So I'll get the, again, this list will be created, and inside the list we have square of each number. Okay. So suppose if I want to calculate only the square of say even numbers. Okay, even numbers. In this case, we have to add one more extra condition, right? So if I say if number mod 2 is equal to 0, right? So that means if the number is even, I have to calculate the square. Otherwise, I have to leave as it is, right? So for that reason, we have one more syntax for this. Okay, like, so we are using expressions for a member in iterable. If we're adding one more extra condition, say if condition. So if the condition becomes true, now this will calculate the or against the square of the number, right? So how the same expression will change here, changes in this way. Okay? Square is equal to my expression number star number. Now this will remain the same in the previous. Now this will calculate for all the uh, range range of numbers given, and we are adding one more extra condition. Say if number small 2 is equal to 0. Okay, if this condition becomes true, I'm going to calculate all these values. Okay, so when I print the result, so I'll get, okay, only the even number. Okay, so we can add, or you can say you can use the one condition. Based on the condition, can calculate the desired values. Right. So in one more step, we can go further. So for example, if else condition, suppose if a number is, or I can say number is even, I'm going to make square. Otherwise, I'm keeping the number same values. Okay, in that case, we have if else condition, right? So in when I say if else condition, now your syntax will little bit changes, right? So true expressions, that means, so if condition becomes true, I'm going to do this particular operations. Say true expressions if condition. If the condition becomes true, I'm going to make the expression which is required. So else false expression. That means if the condition becomes false, what I have to do? Okay. So it may be any operations, or it may be a number. All right. For number in iterables, right? For that particular example, we can give it. So I can say original price. We have the one list saying original price. So 1.5 minus 9.45, like that. Right. Suppose what I'm trying to do here is, if the price, that means price cannot be negative values, right? So we cannot say that. All right. So for example, if the prices are negative, I'm going to mark it as zero price. Right. So for all the price which is greater than zero, I'll make, or I can say I'll keep as it is. So for example, that how can we modify the same list? Okay. So I created a new list, say price. So I'll keep the price as it is, say price if price greater than zero. So else print zero, right? Else will add zero to the list for every item in the original price. Okay. So when I print the price, we'll get all the negative values are converted to zero. Okay, all the negative values are converted to zero, right? So now this is the way of writing a list comprehensions. Now this particular notation is called a list comprehension, right? Where directly, so it may be any set of values. We can write a single line of code to modify that particular list, and we are going to convert back to, or you can save the result again back to list only. Okay, in this particular case, we can use the list comprehensions. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, you can please like, share, and subscribe for our channel.